we're back again. All right. So this is gonna be another open forum setting. I'd like to say all praises due unto Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, and double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. So any brother has a scripture, just feel free to bring it up.
I wanted to bring up this though first, an article, right? It's called. This is from. I don't have the website, but it's called. You can Google it and find it. It's called "Who's Most Likely to Be Killed by Police?" Right? It says. This is just going into the tribes because all the tribes are catching the same hell, but the media coverage doesn't balance it out basically. But it says this is from CNN. It says, as the country continues to debate police accountability and the all too routine killing of unarmed black men by white law enforcement, it's imperative to understand that the issue is not just about black people and white people. It says, in fact, despite the available statistical evidence, most people don't know that Native Americans are most likely to be killed by police compared with other racial groups. It says Native Americans make up about 0.8% of the population, yet account for 1.9% of police killings. It says when Native Americans are shot and killed by police or law enforcement, there's rarely much news coverage of those incidents. There are no outcries from any community other than our own. It says there are no white or black faces rallying around us, marching with us, protesting with us over this injustice. Why? Because we are forgotten people.
Hey, but guess what? The Israelites never forgot them.
Yep.
You see what I'm saying? So it's something that they're speaking out in ignorance.
Yep.
Because guess what? The Israelite wherever they are, guess what? There might be an Israelite camp in that state or the state beside it.
Mm-hmm. That's right. It says the two Custer County deputies alleged that Good Blanket had a knife. This is one of the Gades that got shot during an incident at his parents' home in the city of Clinton. Custer County Sheriff spokesman Bruce Peoples said Good Blanket threw a knife at the deputies and then attacked with another knife. They tried a taser on him, which had no effect. But Good Blanket's girlfriend, Naomi Barron, who was present when he was killed, said in a statement that Good Blanket had no weapons when the two white deputies opened fire.
See? And slack you off. Well, that's what they always do to tarnish our image. Like every time they shoot a Jake, the first thing what they say, that he sold drugs. That he had a weapon, he had this, that. The first thing what Esau does is to always tarnish to always tarnish the person's character.
The fame,
you know what I mean?
The fame.
So they could seem like they're justified in the killing, which is completely wrong,
Yeah.
That's Zechariah 11:5,
Or they might say, no comment.
Yeah, like Jermaine Carby, like they killed him, and to this day, his parents and his family, they don't know which officer shot and killed him, who he was with at the time, because prior to him getting shot, he was pulled over with his friend in the car, and like they don't know where that guy is or who he is.
Yep.
It's a big cover-up.
And then really, like at the end of the day, they just try to say he had a weapon because really, they're scared of you Jakes, man. These crackers, they're scared of you Negroes, you Latinos, and Natives, man. They're scared to death of you, man. Even if you're with your hands up, man, they think it's a bear attack or some shit, man. Because they're scared of you. They feel that spirit, man. They're terrified of you, right? It says, he had no weapon when he was killed. Said in a statement that Good Blanket had no weapons when the two white deputies opened fire. He had his arms up and his hands were free. He had no weapons, she said. It says Good Blanket's mother, Melissa, said she can't comprehend why mainstream media does not report on the killings of unarmed Native Americans and why the killing of her son has failed to spark a national response. Our 18-year-old son was murdered, shot 7 times, once in the back of the head.
Executed.
She said, this incident in itself should initiate an outrage among those who value life. It says, what's hard to believe is that the two white deputies both received the Medal of Honor, and one received the Purple Heart by his department months after Good Blanket's death. On On the Custer County Sheriff's Office Facebook page, a post said the awards were in recognition of their performance above and beyond the call of duty, while disregarding their own personal safety and exhibiting exceptional courage in a life-threatening situation stemming from a domestic call they responded to in December of 2013.
You see, Esau is still perpetuating his violence against Jacob, and our people want to save them, right? But the cop just shot the guy 7 times and once in the back of the head.
Yeah, that's
And you
crazy,
guys
man.
from GOCC saying that a remnant of Esau is going to be saved and all that, man? Come on, man.
Yeah, man. Because how the hell is that a courageous act if a guy's hands are up? Let's say he has a knife. You shoot him 7 times or 6 times, and then how are you going to shoot the guy in the back of the head? How's that a courageous act, man?
So execution.
You know, that's not worthy of a Purple Heart, man.
That's like the guy in the States.
You know?
He did that.
So let me finish the
What was
article.
that in the sun?
It says, it is notable that these medals were given to the 2 white deputies in a country named for the infamous murderer and Indian fighter George Armstrong Custer, no less, which is true. It says, could it be that Hollywood and pop culture have made dead Indians and the killings of the savages too commonplace for people to flinch? Many old Western movies from Hollywood didn't portray Native Americans in a positive light. Contemporary designers such as Ralph Lauren continue to sell clothes with images of dead Indians embezzled on them. We've all seen them. It's the image of a skull donning a feather headdress.
You
And
see,
that's a lot of big t-shirts. You see
our
those.
people wear a lot of polo, Ralph Lauren. Our people support the enemy. You shop at Hudson Bay.
Napoleon.
Yeah, you guys shop at Tommy Hilfiger, Gucci, and all those guys. But all those guys hate your guts, and they had some part in the slavery, you know, in the downfall of our people. You know, when you look into certain of these companies.
I got a script here. This is Isaiah 40 and 1.
Someone get a Amos 6 and 6.
This is Isaiah 40 and 1. Comfort ye, my people, saith your God. Speak ye comfortably to Jerusalem, and cry unto her that her warfare is accomplished, that her iniquity is pardoned, for she had received of the Lord's hand double for all her sins.
That's right. Alright, because our people sinned against the Heavenly Father. And how are we comforting one another? By coming back to our nationality. Alright? Our true heritage. You know, because we're not African Americans, we're not West Indians, Haitians, Hispanics, okay, Seminole Indians. We're not any of those things, alright? Our true nationality is the sons of Jacob, alright? Surname Israel, which in the Hebrews, Yashar Allah, he is Prince of God.
Yeah, these
Alright.
ones.
You
We've seen
see?
these ones before.
It's like, if the brother could put that in post-production, but if you look at these pictures here, alright, it's a Ralph Lauren t-shirt, has an Indian skull, and then a fucking headdress, a fucking feathered headdress, you know, which is a crown in the Gadite, you know, the Gadite heritage, you know. So it's just Esau making mockery of our people, man. It's him glorifying him killing our people, man. He's being very he's being a proud man, you know.
Yeah, to add on what you were saying too, because when we first came into the truth, we seen a lot of fringes on purses, women's apparel.
Boots too. They have
Yep.
the boots with the fringes.
Bags.
Yeah.
And they don't know why they're wearing it.
Yeah, they call it moccasin boots and stuff. I went to the mall a couple months ago with my demon, my woman, and she bought some like you know that she bought some new shoes and shit from her money, because I'm like, I'm not paying for this fucking shit, man. You know, the white man's selling, Esau's selling our people fucking our clothes.
Even
He's
like
selling
these-
our people our heritage.
Even like these designs and shit, you see people wearing these designs.
Yeah.
That's like native. That's Gadite.
It's like it's a high end. It's a high end like design. You know, like with you know, if you look at that sweater there, you know what I mean. If you look at these shoes in these stores or certain of these outfits, you know that they're going for $60, $70, $100, $200, and it's things what our ancestors wore a couple hundred years. It's like in not even a couple hundred years ago, 100 years ago, all right. And then like the way how you got it, like all of our people was through residential schools, you know, like the boarding schools in America. You know?
Same with these ones. You see these coats and stuff in the Hudson Bay.
That's right.
That was like a gadget design they had, you know. So
Yeah.
Which was like royal attire back then.
yeah.
No, it's like it is royal attire. That's why Esau is trying to take our heritage and call himself the chosen people of God and exalting our heritage. Like meanwhile he robbed us of our heritage and he's trying to say that he's us now. You damn identity thief.
Because these these damn leprous dogs, man. When they first came here to this land, they came with nothing, man. They were trading with what they brought from the other side of the of Europe, and then traded amongst the Gadites, and then got that clothing and all that, and they taught them how to hunt, and they showed you that through various movies, man. One of them what's on YouTube is Big Bear, and Big Bear was wearing the same shit from the Hudson Bay Company,
Yeah.
because from before they just used to call themselves the Bay. Now they're calling themselves the Hudson Bay Company, and
They're
you
letting
can
it be known.
research. You can research about them that they were damn thieves, man.
Even in school I learned about that. Even in school they teach you about the Hudson Bay Company and how they founded their company. In school, man. In elementary school they teach you that
Yeah,
shit.
because they were paying off bounty hunters basically to kill Gad, you know, to take their land. So that's how they started their thing, man. But you have more, man?
Yeah, I'm jumping into
Yeah,
first
Amos.
lamentation.
Amos 6.
I got oh.
66.
Yeah. All right. You finish that, yeah.
I got here. This is Lamentations 1 and 1:1. How doth the city sit solitary that was full of people? How is she become as a widow? She that was great among the nations and princess among the provinces, how is she become tributary? She weepeth sore in the night, and her tears are on her cheeks. Among all her lovers, she had none to comfort her.
That's the talking about the other nations, right? The other nations, they look down upon us, man. Upon the so-called black, Hispanics, and Native Americans, man. They look down upon us, man. I see that shit every day. I work with a whole bunch of gooks at my work. And those motherfuckers think that they're better than me. You know what I mean? But me, I walk in work with my head high, man. I look at them like they're pieces of shit, because they are. Right? 2nd Ezra 6:54 says that they're compared to spittle, man. I look at them like they're nothing, man. I don't, you know. I don't play with them at my work. You know what? I just keep to myself. I keep to myself, man.
That's right.
You know. I don't talk to nobody at my work. I talked to one guy at my work, and he came to the camp and he got judgment, man. He got fired after. You know. I try to show him the truth. Then after that, I stopped talking to Nig. I stopped talking to everybody. You know.
That's right. She weepeth sore in the night, and her tears are on her cheeks. Among her lovers, she had none to comfort her. All her friends have dealt treacherously with her. They are become her enemies.
That's right. All these nations are turned on us, right? Because at one time the nations, they had respect for us, alright? You know? Because they knew that we're a great people. And now Esau came to power, but really through the Most High, the Heavenly Father, He brought us low by using Esau as the whipping stick. Alright? Because we sinned. So this had to happen. Alright? Because we sin against the Lord. You know? So read.
All her friends have dealt treacherously with her. They are become her enemies.
Yeah.
Judah is gone into captivity because of affliction and because of great servitude. She dwelleth among the heathen. She findeth no rest. All her persecutors overtook her between the straits.
Yeah, so that's how you know that this Bible is you know, that the real Jews are the so-called Negroes, okay? The real Israelites are the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, man. Not you guys over there in the land of Israel calling yourself Jews, okay? Because you guys own the whole world. You guys own all the banks and all that, man. You guys are the judges and lawyers and doctors, like the high scientists who, you know, like who fund science operate. You guys own everything, man. You guys own the world, man. You guys tax people off everything, man. You guys are the damn wicked, man. The children of Esau, right? You're living out your blessing, alright? It's the end of your kingdom, man. It's the time of Jacob's kingdom, you know? What's coming? Our kingdom, you know?
Finish on that scripture, dude.
All right. The ways of Zion do mourn because none come to the solemn feast. All her gates are desolate. Her priests sigh. Her virgins are afflicted, and she is in bitterness. Her adversaries are the chief of her. Her adversaries are the chief. Her enemies prosper, for the Lord hath afflicted her for the multitude of her transgressions. Her children are gone into captivity before the enemy, and from the daughter of Zion all her beauty is departed. Her princes are become like harts that find no pasture, and they are gone without strength before the pursuer. Jerusalem remembered in the days of her affliction and her misery all the pleasant things that she had in the days of old, when her people fell into the hand of the enemy, and none did help her. The adversaries saw her and did mock at her Sabbaths. That's it for there.
So get
Amos more.
start at 3.
Amos chapter 6 verse 3. Ye that put far away the evil day, and cause that the seat of violence to come near, that lie upon beds of ivory, and stretch themselves upon their couches, and eat the lambs out of the flock, and the calves out of the midst of the stall, that chant to the sound of the viols.
Yeah, that's you good, doing good, Jakes, man. You know, you got nice houses, and it says lie upon ivory. You know, that's you Mayweather guys, man. That's you top elite, like the Boule members, man. You know, that don't give a shit about the predicament of your people, man. You know, you're just living lavish. You don't care about your people, right? Go ahead.
And eat the lambs out of the flocks, and the calves out of the midst of the stall, that chant to the sound of vowels, and invent to themselves instruments of music, like David, that drink wine in bowls, wow, and anoint themselves with the chief ointments.
Yeah, so you guys are living high and this and that. Your people are being killed every day in the streets, man. People are in poverty, you know, facing prejudice, man. You know, just in the worst predicament, man. You're living at the top, you know, at a high level. Your people are living with roaches and mice and shit, man. Tell me you can't even spend $10,000 to help your people, man?
And when you look at those Boule members, the Boule was created basically like to bring us low. You know? They're just niggas who's helping the damn master, man.
Yeah, they think
they're house niggas
It's
just
just
helping
crumbs,
the
man.
master.
That's all it is. It's crumbs. You're not getting
They're
it.
better.
It's really a joke, man, because you really can't go beyond like the 3rd degree, man. You got Jay-Z nigga talking about he's 33rd, man. You gotta minus about 20 degrees from that shit, man.
That's right.
You don't know 33rd, man. You'll never reach the pinnacle, man. You'll never reach the 10th degree, man. You know?
They think they're the alphas, you know, but they're about to they're living in that penthouse, but that's about to come crashing down.
Sure. Keep reading.
It says, that drink wine in bowls, and anoint themselves with the chief ointments, but they are not grieved for the affliction of Joseph.
That's right. This is the kingdom of Ephraim. That's the point I wanted, because she even brought out that there's no white or black or whatever marching, and they don't really care. And it's true, because the two kingdoms, they're at war right now, man. And a lot of people come up, and like that nigga that came up in the summer, he's like, so what do you guys think about the Native Americans? Like there's some distinct people, but there are people too, man. Same with the Hispanics, man. You know, that's not a big thing that people know, that they get shot down the streets too, but they do, man. The reason why Esau plays off it is because it's like a black and white thing, and color, and people look at it, but it's deeper than that, man. You know, our people, all the tribes are getting shot down like dogs, man. You know, and that's not known. That's why certain Israelites even teach that the so-called Latinos and natives, they're not even Israelites, because they don't know stories like this. They don't know about the curses. You know, they can't go through the scriptures properly, man. You know, and then that's what she said. She said we're a forgotten people. And it's like a normal thing because it's true. Because even that dude Russell Means in his book, in the biography, he would say when he was a kid growing up in the 50s and 60s, he would go to the movie theaters and they would watch those old westerns where the cowboys would kill the Indians, and he would go and him and his brother would start walking home, and after the movie, everyone that watched the movie, they'd say, "Oh, there's those Indians, let's go get them," and they'd have to fight their way home and shit, man. Because that's what the movies put in people's heads, man, that the Indians are bad. So when they watch those movies, they actually have to walk home, and then people would see, like Edomites would see, crackers would see them, and then they'd see, "Oh, those are those Indians," and then they'd go fight them, man. Right?
Yeah. And then if I could say something too, a lot of our people who are in these major cities, they're like, where's these Indians? Where's these Native Americans? You know. So they,
Drunk
you know, yeah, they'll tell you they're extinct. They'll say certain crazy things like that.
There's
and
no pure bloods left.
Yeah.
Which they don't understand that either.
Yeah, because they're living in a concentration camp called a reserve. You know, somewhere so isolated from the city, you know, like where they barely have any water, food. You know
Hey,
what I mean?
I was looking up, man, Lordsville, we can do a lesson on, 'cause I was researching that about the origin of the reserve. They're saying that in BC, there's an island in BC, I don't know if it's Vancouver Island, but there's certain islands on British Columbia. They're saying there's one reserve that had a boil water advisory, meaning you can't drink the tap water, you have to boil it because E. coli.
See that?
They had that warning advisory since '97, man. Till today.
So it's
Since,
even
since,
worse.
since 1997, they had the advisory of you have to boil your tap water because
That's
it has a
18
coli.
years.
You know what I'm saying? So that's a big curse, man.
serious.
You know, but a lot of people don't know, man. And then even the reserve, one of the archaeologists, he said that the reason for the reserve is not to benefit the Indian. It was just a means to get rid of them the quickest and cheapest way, man. Because a lot of times they go in there and they can't do shit. They can't grow crops because the land's not fertile, and then they have to live off the rations. And then the whole thing about the rations was it was bullshit meat anyway. They were giving rotten meat, or sometimes the Edomite, they call him the Indian agent. He would just take the best meat for himself, man. You know, and that's why they have that term washichu that they call Esau, which means they say it means white man, but they say it also means one who takes the best meat for himself, man. Which is true.
Oh,
That's true, man.
How are the things that Esau searched out?
You know, so you people, man, you don't know shit, man.
grapes.
You know, that was it on that.
Yeah, I'll read it again though.
Con.
I'll read from 3 again, it's a good scripture. Amos chapter 3 verse 6 verse 3. Ye that put far away the evil day and cause the seat of violence to come near, that lie upon beds of ivory and stretch themselves upon their couches.
Yeah, that's a nigga Mayweather, man. He just laid out, man. You know, he got his high king size mattress and shit.
Yeah, Al Sharpton and
Yeah.
those guys.
That's right, man.
12 Rolls Royces.
Yeah. Go ahead.
And eat the lambs out of the flock and the calves out of the midst of the stall, that chant to the sound of bowls and invent to themselves instruments of music like David, that drink wine in bowls and anoint themselves in chief ointment, but they are not grieved for the affliction of Joseph.
That's right. So you don't know about your brother Joseph, man, which is Ephraim. Because Joseph, he had Ephraim and Manasseh, and Ephraim being the youngest, but he got the blessing. Because that was the spirit. You know, Joseph put his hand, because he was blind, right? He was an old man. He put his hand on his right hand on Ephraim and his left on Manasseh, and then I forgot who told him that you're doing it wrong.
Joseph.
Someone told Joseph you're going off because that's your.
Jacob.
It might have been
Told
Jacob.
It was Joseph told Jacob.
No, Jacob told Joseph. Or was it who I think it was Joseph blessed
No, Jacob.
Jacob, Slaki, yeah, you're right, Slaki, but Joseph told Jacob, Slaki, I got it mixed up. And Jacob said no, he's like, that's the spirit, because it was through the spirit, man. Manasseh was the elder, but Jacob blessed Ephraim, you know, and Ephraim Aparium, which means he's fruitful, you know, and he became the head of the northern kingdom, man. So Judah doesn't know about his brother, man. So we bring up about Judah, we bring up about Ephraim, we go both ways, man. You know, because a lot of people don't know about the Latin tribes and Native Americans, man. So you got to bring all that history too.
And our people live in the same ghettos.
That's right.
And all, the same buildings, our complexes,
Yeah, man.
And
Because
all the tribes is one in North America, guys says.
Western
Lord,
Hemisphere, huh?
Gonna brought the children of Israel
Yeah.
from the land of the
that's
north.
right. That's right, man. You know, so that's our duty, man. Because some Latin tribes they might see, oh, this is a black thing. Because like Johanna, all they say black, black,
Black,
black.
yes.
You know, and then they might turn away at some Latin tribe because they don't know what it's about. You know, because it's like a black thing.
Black
you gotta bring up both
Panthers.
sides of the coin. Man.
The Black Panthers, because
Black
they wear all
Panthers,
black
yes,
and,
I
Was that it?
they're both
Yeah, a lot of script precept.
Yeah, come.
This is Ezekiel 37 and 15. The word of the Lord came again unto me, saying, Moreover, thou son of man, take thee one stick, and write upon it for Judah and for the children of Israel his companions.
That's right. That's the two kingdoms, north and south, man. Right?
Then take another stick and write upon it for Joseph the stick of Ephraim, and for all the house of Israel his companions,
Mhm.
and join them one to another into one stick.
That's the tribe sign. We got the plank. The word stick in the Hebrew there means a wooden plank, man. So we're on the highways. We have the plank.
That's right.
You have the southern kingdom Judah, and then the northern kingdom Ephraim or Israel, right?
And they shall become one in thine hand.
Mhm.
And when the children of thy people shall speak unto thee, saying, Wilt thou not show us what thou meanest by these?
Yeah, so they see Judah, Negroes, Levi, Haitians, Benjamin, West Indians, Ephraim, Puerto Ricans. They say, hold on, these are totally different people. How are they? We got to explain it then. We got to go into history. Or Khazar, like that Steven Spielberg guy came up, he's like, the Mexicans, we got to break it down. Because the people you read on the sign, they're the lowest people on the earth, man. Right? You don't see no goddamn Chinese on there, man. Only no fucking supermarkets and shit. You don't see no Arabs on there. All you see is the lowest class of people on the earth, man.
And then that's why when they look at the sign, like these heathen, like they envy us.
That's
you
right.
know? They're like,
They
what?
say, where am I? Where's
Yeah,
mine?
they envy
Yeah.
Jake because even when you look on the sign, you see all those tribes, man. Like we're the greatest people on the face of the earth. When you look at history and even now, current events, sports, science, and so on.
That's right.
Say unto them, Thus says the Lord power, Behold, I will take the stick of Joseph, which is in the hand of Ephraim, and the tribes of Israel his fellow, and will put them with him, even with the stick of Judah, and make them one stick, and they shall be one in mine hand. Verse 20. And the stick whereon thou writest shall be in thy hand before their eyes. And say unto them, Thus says the Lord power, Behold, I will take thee, children of Israel, from among the heathen, whither they be gone, and will gather them on every side, and bring them into their own land. And I will make them one nation in the land upon the mountains of Israel, and one king shall be king to them all. And they shall be no more two nations.
Yep, two kingdoms, so it's going to be one kingdom, man. It's going to merge.
That's right.
Neither shall they be divided into two kingdoms any more at all. Neither shall they defile themselves any more with their idols, nor with their detestable things, nor with any of their transgressions. But I will save them out of all their dwelling places.
Yeah, so even like all these terms, man, Hispanic, Negro, Indian, those are all generic terms, man. Really, those are bywords, man. A lot of our people are coming out of that, but they're going into another thing because some Mexicans, they don't want you to call them Hispanic, they want to go Aztec or whatever. But that's going off too. And then Negroes, they're going Egyptology or Afro, whatever. They get African more, So they're getting out of the byword, but they're going into a whole another thing, man. But it's gonna go back to their true heritage, man. It's gonna go back to the nation of Israel, man. Yeshua, basically. One of the sons of Jacob, man.
Well, that's why like a lot of our people have to die
That's right.
because they refuse to accept Israel as their heritage.
Stiff neck, man.
Yeah.
That was it?
Yeah.
So I just have one more article, and then you brothers got it. So this is another article from Get News. No, sorry. Shit. No, there's no link on there either. But you can type it in basically. But it says a Native American man who attended anti-police brutality rally is killed by police next day. It says, this is from December 22nd, 2014, just like 3 weeks ago, basically. It says, a man who participated in an anti-brutality march and rally in Rapid City, South Dakota, on Friday was shot and killed by police a day later, according to reports. It says, Rapid City Police identifies the victim as Alan Loke, 30 years old, of Rapid City. At about 6 p.m. Saturday, police were dispatched to a subdivision known as Lakota Community Homes, which is like Toronto housing and shit, like, you know?
Yeah.
Same shit. To remove a person from a residence there, the Rapid City Journal reported. Pennington County Sheriff Kevin Thome, who was on site investigating the shooting, told the Rapid City Journal that Officer Anthony Myrose fired his weapon after Loke allegedly charged him with a knife. Police are saying Loke was shot up to 5 times by Officer Myrose. Loke was pronounced dead at the scene. The day before the shooting, Loke's family had said he had attended the Native Lives Matter hashtag there, anti-police brutality rally and march in Rapid City, man. Which that shit bullshit anyway, man. Native Lives Matter, Black Lives Matter, that shit's bullshit, man.
And by you protesting and stuff, and you're protesting with your enemy, that's not gonna do nothing.
And that shows you, Native Lives Matter, you protest, next day the cops shoot you, man. That's an omen in itself, man.
Yeah. So then that should be a warning to these people that are out there protesting,
That should-
because what did the New York police say? They said they're at war. They're wartime ready now. So they wanna associate you protesters with ISIS. All right. That's why you had that guy on CNN when one of the reporters was making a report in Ferguson. A guy held up a sign saying ISIS is here.
Yeah.
And then now you have the FBI saying the protesters
That was
are
a
with
damn,
ISIS.
that was a prop agent.
Yeah, that was a PSYOP,
stage agent.
you know. And then also with the guy who shot the cops in Brooklyn, they said he's with ISIS. All right, so they're getting ready to go to war with the protesters.
There was 2 more police shot sometime this week in
Yeah,
Brooklyn, in Bronx.
In the Bronx.
Yeah, yeah,
Bronx.
You have the BC shooting?
Oh, the
Yeah,
Ducati?
the
I can
native
look it
in
up,
BC, yeah, because Gad is getting shot all over the place. So it's not only the blacks, you know, the Native Americans, the Latinos are being shot down.
And he got shot by transit cops too. That was transit police.
Yeah, that was transit police, and then there's the video too of Richard Ramirez getting shot. All right, and the cop was saying that he wasn't putting his hands up, and they shot him up.
This is spirit anyway. This is from 2011, February 16 though.
Mm-hmm.
But officer who shot BC native won't be charged. That's from 2011 though.
Yeah, you see that?
A Seattle police officer won't be criminally charged, but he could be out of a job following the fatal shooting of a BC man. You know?
Please.
So you guys, that's some madness, man.
Yeah, but then how much money is his community, his cops friend are gonna put up for him if he is out of a job? They're gonna look after him. He's gonna get a high paying either security job, private detective, and blah blah blah, and and he's still gonna be able to roll around with his gun. He's still on the street while our people are in the afterlife, you know. So you people think that this thing is a real joke. These people that shoot down our people, they're looked as heroes.
And you know what? It's gonna get bad 2015, because this year could be the year of martial law, the Third World War, the coming of the RFID chip, It's only gonna get worse for our people, because once the stock market crash, that's gonna lead to insurrection, man, war, race wars.
And LBC, I just typed in, I tried to find, I found it, but there's even another one from 09. And this guy that he was hunting, and the RCMP shot him. And but they said we are aware he did not fire a shot or run. And then it says no details released, but that's from 09. So out there, man, like I said, bro, hey, they're shooting our people crazy, man. LBC, the RCMP, because they're in their own territory hunting, because it's under the treaty, right? So they can hunt. But the RCMP's out there too hunting you guys.
You know what? Esau's trying to just like right now. Esau's just opening up season. It's open season on Jake right now because Esau's showing his horns, or about to show more of his horns.
Mm-hmm.
You know, cause we know he's the devil. I have a script. Genesis 49:19. Gad, a troop shall overcome him, but he shall overcome at the last. You know?
Sure, the troop is today it will be like the any police department because they're killing you, RCMP, you know, New York police, you know, res cops, you know, they're shooting you, you know, but yeah, the original troop was the United States Cavalry, the Royal Northwest Mounted Police, you know, back in the day when you had the horses and you had the gun and shit and the Winchester, you know, they're a real troop and they killed you, man, you know. Yeah, I have the thing though with the in BC. Yeah, December 28, 2014. It says a 23-year-old Navarran Christian, Landon Woods, was killed by Surrey Transit Police in Surrey, British Columbia. You know, and, yeah, they basically said he had a knife from a convenience store, man.
Yeah.
You know, and then they shot him there, which is crazy.
Esau's showing his hatred toward Jacob, man.
Yeah.
His violence against his brother Jacob, you know, Obadiah, man. Scripture says, for thy violence against thy brother Jacob, that thou shalt be cut off, man, forever. So, you guys are showing your true intentions, man, your true hate.
And then the place where the other guy that got shot in South Dakota, man, that's a racist ass place because they're saying Rapid City is they're bringing all like it's a racist place, man. And then even there's old South Dakota laws when they so-called tamed guy on the reservation, they said basically there was laws where you couldn't walk around with a posse of basically 3 or more people. Because if you walked around, let's say three or more guys walked together, just walking down the street, they would be known as a war party, and they could shoot them down basically, you know. And then there are other laws where you couldn't be on Edomite's property; they could just shoot you because they think you're uprising or some shit. So that's how they think you're a troop. So the same thing today, you know. And it's really even just one of you they're threatened, man. Any one of the tribes, one Jake, they're threatened already, instantly, man, instantaneously. That's why the cops they approach you, hand on the gun, you know, hand on the gun. You know, just waiting, man.
Remember the situation here, it's like a
Oh,
couple of weeks ago, you know, like we're waiting for our brother in the hallway. The cops came up. They're like,
Seven cops, 6
they're like, watch the pockets, watch the pockets.
watch hands, watch hands.
Or watch hands, right? They come walk up and they have their fucking hands on their guns, man. They're ready to shoot us if they had to, man. You know? So right now the cops are into some. The cops are in a Terminator spirit, man.
Trigger happy.
No, yeah, they're trigger happy right now. I have another script. Zechariah 11:5 says, whose possessors slay them and hold themselves not guilty, and they that sell them say, blessed be the Lord, for I am rich, and their own shepherds pity them not. That's right, no?
Sure.
Because you're possessed, man. That's what you guys don't understand. You Jakes, man, you're possessed. Hey, you Jakes. Hey, man, like we were watching a UFC fight last week. You Jakes are like a product, man. You got the Jakes wear the shorts. You got different ads on it. Burger King, fucking this thing, this thing. You're an ad, man. You're like a walking ad. You got when they introduce the Jake in the corner, behind the Jake they got a whole banner of ads, man. All you guys are just advertising, man. Every time you go, you know, you gotta advertise for shit. You guys are nothing but You guys are gladiators, man. You guys are slave gladiators, man.
Yeah. That even when you deal with the music, everything.
Any industry, man. You know,
yeah,
not just
yeah.
UFC, you know?
Yeah, you know, Jake. They're talking about types of liquor, and those sales skyrocket when they talk about certain liquors, Patron, Ciroc, those
Crystal,
things.
Hennessy, so
Yeah,
on and so forth.
they owe their money to these ignorant guys who are promoting that garbage, you know.
And then Esau might give them 5% of the profit or less, not even 5, maybe a quarter.
Yeah.
Or it's like not even a quarter, but 0.25%, man. You know what I mean?
Even cars. When people are talking about cars, You know, when they start saying, "Oh, I ride spinners," everybody started getting spinners. You know, even people in Toronto were getting spinners. You see what I'm saying? So who do they owe that really to is the Jakes, and they don't realize that they're a possession, because they don't own any of these things that they're trying to push forward for massa, you know, for master.
Well, some of them know that all of them know that they're slaves because they signed their contract in blood. And once they start to speak out, that's when Esau either kills them or he tarnishes their image, like Bill Cosby. Alright? You know?
But
They're messing him up.
I got this word, right, because I looked this up years ago. The word team, right? It says Old English descendant, family, race, line, right? Then it goes down brood, company, band, and then it says comma set of draft animals yoked together.
Mm-hmm.
So when you guys, your basketball teams and all that football team, you guys are a set of animals yoked together, man.
Yeah, what do they say? Draft animals?
Yeah, a set of draft animals yoked together.
Because when they want to like trade them or when they're coming in the league, oh, the big draft.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you guys are just goyim. The so-called Jews run all industries, man. They call everybody who's not of them goyim, you know, cattle. You know?
And then even the I can't find it now, but even like the Greyhound buses that carry a lot of the teams, that was actually the name of a slave ship back in the day, man.
Greyhound.
Yeah, the Greyhound, man.
Wow.
You know, so you guys are just animals, man. You guys just make a little more than the regular Jake, man.
You're still in slavery.
What was that guy, Silverman or whatever, that guy from the Clippers?
Well, Donald.
Yeah.
Sterling.
Don
Well,
Sterling.
that's what they all think. Sterling, yeah. All those, whatever they call it, Sterling, Goldmember, all those crazy names, man. Goldstein. But, yeah, man, they all think the same thing, man. Just because that cracker put it out in the open, you know, all of them think the same thing.
Yeah.
You know, it doesn't matter. You guys are all just animals.
Yeah, when you're a
Well, that's-
king, like why are you gonna have a slave at your table? He's right. When you're in rulership, why are you gonna sit with a slave at your table? The guy said that he doesn't want to sit with niggas. And you guys made a big deal of it, man.
Yeah.
Come on.
I
I
got a
want to
script.
sit with massa.
The guy doesn't want to sit with you guys. Right? Man's the boss. He's paying you guys.
That's
You
right.
guys are complaining.
That's right.
You guys should be happy, man. The guy's giving you little crumbs, man. You're living good. Some of it.
Bring out the scripture.
Yeah, Isaiah 1:3. The ox knoweth his owner, and the ass his master's crib.
Yeah, those are dumb animals, man. Those are animals you gotta hit sometimes to put them on the right track, you know? Because they're stupid animals. But they know who their master is, man. They know who their Lord is. But Israel doesn't know, though. You know? Go ahead.
But Israel do not know, my people do not consider. Us, sinful nation, a people laden with iniquity.
Yeah, that's like a exclamation. Ah, sinful nation, man. Yeah, that's when you gotta go like this. Ah, sinful nation. You know, you meditate on it, man. Because the whole nation is just a sinful people, man. You want to go on every avenue of every other nation, and all those people, they want to come to what you have. They want to be a Jew, man. They want to keep the laws. They want to be part of the inheritance of the Most High. You know? But you want to go into their bullshit, man. You want to be a Buddhist, man. You want to be a Muslim, a Hamite. You know? You want to be an Egyptian, man. You know? And the damn Egyptians, they want to be Israelites, man.
Everybody.
Well, that's why the Sudanese, they're going into Christianity and Islam. They're not going.
Ethiopians.
They're not. Yeah, the Ethiopians. They're not going
Got
into
their Orthodox
Egyptology.
shit. Yeah, that's right.
You know, they're not
Yeah, when
going
you-
into no damn Egyptology. It's you Negroes who are bringing.
They got those Vietnamese Christian churches, the Cambodia. You know, you don't see
Yeah.
those Chinese Christian. Go down on Spadina and Queen, man. I walk by there sometimes. You see groups. Jesus saves. Jesus saves. You know, reading the Bible and shit, man.
Mhm.
You know. Good.
A seed of evildoers, children that are corrupters, they have forsaken the Lord, they have provoked the Holy One of Israel unto anger, they are gone away backward. Why should ye be stricken any more? Ye will revolt more and more. The whole head is sick, and the whole heart faint. From the sole of the foot even unto the head.
No, it's all the tribes. When you look at the condition of Jake's destroyed, man. Our people's on drugs, you know. Our people's into all kind of different philosophies. calling himself Egypt, saying, "Oh, I'm from Kenya, I'm from Egypt." You know, come on, man. You guys don't want to claim your heritage. The Most High said that, Most High said that we're the greatest people on the earth, man.
Even this guy the other day at work,
Can you check
this
the vagina
damn
thing?
Jake, man. He all said about how
Vagina.
hidden colors is his fucking Bible. And I'm like, man, don't make me. If
What do you mean?
the VHS was still out, I'll beat you to fucking death, nigga. You know. He said that the hidden colors is his Bible.
Which
Because,
is in color.
You know, hidden colors.
The TV show?
No, the
documentary.
video,
Oh, I didn't see that.
documentary thing. I didn't watch it, but I
didn't
seen
see
a glimpse or whatever of it. But it's just another thing to bug niggas out, man. It's like, oh, this is my God.
Yeah,
You
just
worship
like,
down to bow down.
Just like the Zeitgeist and
Yeah.
and those Illuminati videos, you know.
Yeah, it's just another.
Because Jake is only at that one phase, you know.
It's just another carrot for the donkey to fucking follow.
Yeah, they go, what's that, guys? You gotta watch that documentary. I said, what's it about? I don't know. You just gotta watch it.
Yeah.
You can't recite what you
Planet you beat.
what you absorb. That means you didn't absorb shit. You just
Yeah.
kind of liked it, but you didn't absorb anything.
Yeah.
You just, what's it about, man? Can you tell me something? I don't know. It's so deep, man. You gotta watch it.
Yeah.
You don't know what the fuck he's talking
And
about.
where's these Zeitgeist guys now?
Where are they? They made the last one, the solution one. You know?
Oh yeah. The
I forget what it's
solution
called.
one.
It
Yeah.
starts with an A or something.
Yeah.
They made that shit.
Yeah, that was good.
It's just nothing but madness, man. The first one, the first two were alright because they brought out some stuff, but they went into that whole thing about God and the concept of God, like, yeah, man needs something to believe in and all this bullshit. And it really appeals to people that really, at the end of the day, they have no faith, man. They have no belief.
Yeah, and then it's
They just like themselves, you know?
yeah. It's a New World Order doctrine,
That's right, man.
you know.
Yeah, it's another avenue, basically.
Yeah.
It seems like it's against it.
Yeah.
But it's
Satanism,
really,
yeah.
it's
It
really
is
with it,
really
man.
is. Yeah, that's why if you check up the video Zeitgeist Exposed, and then after it'll show
Oh,
you
yeah.
the people who came out with it, they're down with Lucifer, man. All right, and really it was a New World Order agenda. All right.
Yeah, because they want to get rid of all gods or worship of the Bible, the true God of the Bible, and have people worship Satan. You know?
Hey, but that's why everybody had the skull and bone shirts, man. They went over to the skull and bone shirts, man, and all these entertainers, they don't talk about God. They just talk about themselves, man. It's self-worship.
That's right.
And I'm looking at a picture right now of Nicki Minaj. She used to be dark-skinned. She's now almost white. She had to get breast implants, ass implants. Same thing with the reggae artist Alkaline. He used to be dark-skinned. He's now light-skinned also.
And the guy Chat that too.
Yep, check that, exactly.
He has Devil Child tattooed on him. The man
And,
has jail bars on his eyes.
Yeah, kind of. And this guy Alkaline blackened his eyes, so these guys are worshiping Satan.
He goes to the graveyards. He says he communicates with the spirits.
Yeah,
and
kinda.
shit. So that guy's a damn a wizard, man. You know, invoking spirits. That's called
Necromancer.
Yeah, that's called a necromancer in the Bible.
And then after the same thing is going on with the Latin tribes, you know, you got one woman who is trying to transform herself into a vampire, you know, the voodoo down there in South America and stuff like that is coming out heavy. You know, the
Medicine
artists,
also.
and the artists too are going down the Illuminati road trying to sell out too. You know, I forgot the guy's name, but basically throughout most of his videos, he's promoting the transhumanism. He's a big reggaeton guy, and then even with Joey Styles with the natives now, right?
Yeah.
You know, he's promoting that. Drugs and and then he rocks those same shirts with the native.
But they think it's
with the
cool. Like,
natives
some
and
of
the
them know
hipsters.
that what it's about, but some of them, he probably knows what it's about. Like it's a
Yeah.
downfall,
Mhm.
but he makes people wear that shit to where they think it's just cool. Oh, it's a native skull, it
Yeah.
represents your downfall, man.
And maybe some like the Illuminati is paying off certain local artists out here, you know, to join certain lodges and to worship their shit and pay them off, you know,
That's right, man.
and to teach our people wickedness.
Well, same thing with Tecumseh, because we found the thing about the Masonic Lodge, how they worship him or they praise him, which we don't know if he was a Mason for sure, you know, but you know, maybe they, because in the history, basically he helped out the British, man. So maybe they praise him for that. Maybe he did make a deal. We don't know, you know. Joseph Brant, he's a big sellout, man. You natives don't like to hear that shit, but he, in Six Nations, that reserve we went to, it's the size of Oakville, basically, a little bigger. But really, how big it was supposed to be it was supposed to stretch past Kitchener, man. It was supposed to be that big. It was supposed to be almost 1 million acres, man. And when Joseph Brant got that land, he sold it to a lot of crackers. He sold a lot of land to crackers, man. And a lot of guys, they weren't down with that shit, but he was the chief, you know, and he sold out.
And then after he said he didn't want ownership.
That's right. He didn't want native descendants ownership, basically.
Yeah.
Of the land. So you got a lot of sellouts of our
Tom.
people, man.
Yeah.
That's why 2/3 gotta go, man. When Elder Tahar talks about 2/3, I don't shed no tear, man. I don't get no emotion because I understand it. I see it. You know, I literally see it, man. I
And
see
we went there,
2/3
man.
gotta go.
We went there.
You know,
Yeah, we see
2/3
it.
gotta
witnessed
go, man.
We
Because
see
you're just
it
selling
over
out your own
there.
people, man.
And then you got the Negroes in America all wearing dresses to become actors and all these things. Now there's a picture out there that a lot of brothers never seen, or people, is of LeBron James. The new trend is that they're wearing wigs now. They're putting on wigs. It's a progressive commercial. I think it's a car insurance for progressive. And
Oh, that's Larry Johnson.
he's wearing a damn wig, man.
They're going back to Grandma and Ma, Larry Johnson.
Yeah, he's a fucking bunch of faggots, man.
Just to fucking sell some Converse.
And Shaq and all that. Like Shaq had one where he was on a beach in a fucking pink underwear or some shit, man.
That guy's a big faggot, man.
And you guys are like some mighty strong men of our people, and you guys are turning yourself low, man.
Hey, but read the last. You want to give the scripture?
Same one.
Last scripture. Yeah, just finish off and then we'll finish off.
Oops.
The one you were reading. You're reading some?
Yeah, it was Isaiah still. It was just one last script there. It says Isaiah 1:6. From the sole of the foot even unto the head there is no soundness in it, but wounds and bruises and pure.
All those wounds and bruises, man, they're physical, but a lot of them are mental, man. That's why one of the brothers asked about the Maroons, why the class level is different. It's all about class, man.
Yeah.
It's mental, man. And it's digging into history, though. You know, you gotta understand that a lot of our people, okay, Judah, they look the same, but the higher class Jakes, they don't look at the lower class Jakes as the same, man.
You know what it
And
is?
then- and then-
Also, it's divide and conquer.
Yeah.
'Cause that's what
the
Esau
mental game.
does.
It's a mental game. That's all it is.
It's-
Psychological
It's the
warfare.
Willie Lynch syndrome, or
And-
psychological warfare, you know?
And then after the Israelites are the only ones who are trying to bridge that gap. You know, the Jamaican government ain't trying to have Jamaicans and Maroons sit down and unite and understand that
Because
they're
we're going
one
into
people.
history, breaking it down.
You
We're
know?
teaching them, like, listen, you guys are the same people, man.
Yeah.
You guys are just caught up in two different
Mhm.
conflicts, basically.
Yeah,
Two different times.
the Israelites are going to the natives, to the Latinos,
That's
you
right.
know, showing them, your native background or whatever. You have to respect, yeah, bringing the tribes together, showing the breaches and telling our people that they have to come back and love each other. So the Israelites are the only one who's really trying to bridge that gap, and then also dealing with the Israelite foreigners. All right, because we're reaching out to brothers in Africa, showing them that the Israelites bringing out their history, brothers from throughout the world.
Yeah, get
You know what I mean?
on the reservation, man. That's
Yeah,
what we're
you-
trying to reach to, man.
Yeah,
You know,
So-
because we're
so-
looking, we're sifting.
yeah. So what other group is out there? You know, black. What is these guys? The black consciousness guys.
Black
they're not
unconscious.
they're not really trying to reach out. And then after the Hamites,
They're reaching out for your money.
yeah, the Hamites, they don't have no Pan-Africanist organization going on. It's just you Negroes just reaching out to them.
Mhm.
All right, but the Israelites are showing our people, you know, and then we have our people being drawn in to the word. All right, you know, so
Finish that up.
Okay, but wounds, Isaiah 1:6, but wounds, I started blinking, sorry. From the sole of the foot even unto the head, there is no soundness in it, but wounds and bruises and petrifying sores, they have not been closed, neither bound up.
See, so our people, the reason our people, man, you Jakes don't understand why our people are in Christianity, Muslim, all these things they're seeking, because they're suffering from a real syndrome, a disease, man.
Yeah.
Our people, they're watching, they're not, you know, a lot of our people got diabetes, they got cancer, Alzheimer's, what else, man?
Diabetes.
What's that other one, man? Hepatitis C.
And then
All these diseases, but really, all of our people are suffering from a Stockholm syndrome, man. A real disease. They're diagnosed with Stockholm syndrome, man. You know, and we gotta diagnose them. We gotta properly analyze them, and the elect will be cured anyway, man.
Okay.
You know, so that's what our people are really suffering from. Whenever you see a black man, you know, whether from America, from the islands, or you see a Hispanic man or Native, they have something called Stockholm syndrome, man.
That's right.
You know, you gotta revert all the way back to history, and you gotta go through the scriptures, and you gotta break it down to them, man. You know, you gotta heal them through the word, man. You know, go ahead.
yeah, this is the word petrifying.
Mm.
It's in
Okay,
verse 1 to 6.
Yeah, the Hebrew word is sarai or tarai, which means fresh, new, you know, and that's pretty much it.
So finish up on that, Russell.
Yeah, and they have not been closed. I should read it.
So it's an
again.
open wound, basically, they're walking with. You know, and an open wound is deadly, man.
It's festering, you know.
And more bullshit comes in, more bacteria. If you don't close that womb, you got more bacteria coming in. What's that more bacteria? All these bullshit doctrines that are coming out, man. Because if hold on, if Christianity helped our people, that womb would have closed. But all these new jakes coming up, they're not into that from their old ancestors, their parents. They're into this new bullshit, man. Because the womb's not healed, it's not closed. So they're festering in all that new bullshit, man. Because Christianity's bullshit anyway. You know? Go ahead.
You want me to get a word?
I'll finish off this and then yeah, get it. They have not been closed, neither bound up, neither mollified with ointment.
Which is the word, man.
So the word mollify is the Hebrew word rakak, to be tender, be soft, be weak, to be tender, be weak of heart, to be timid, be fearful. That's J, man. To be softened, be penitent. Then it says to be soft of treacherous words. Oh, why are you guys speaking so rough, man?
yeah, but it's saying to mollify them with ointment, the healing, you know, the like the tenderness a doctor will deal with you. You know what I mean? That's what it's going into. You know, the healing process, which our people have not gotten. You know.
That was it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, so with that, we're going to say all praises to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. You know, double honors to the apostles of GMS. Alright, salutations to the elect, pushing the truth of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. And Lord's will, we see you next week. So, Kwame Shalom.
Kwame
Shalom.
Shalom.
Shalom.